Hi, 你好. This is Sino Heritage Academy Chinese Learning. Today I'm going to tell you a famous Chinese story called Three Monks, a traditional Chinese folk tale about three monks who face challenges due to lack of cooperation. I will first tell the story in Chinese language with English translation, and afterwards I will give you some explanations and Chinese learning for a few keywords. Hope you will enjoy it, and let's start. 很久以前，小山上的庙里住着一个小和尚。每天早上，小和尚都要到山脚下的小河边去挑水。庙里的水缸总是满满的。有一天，一个瘦和尚路过这座山，发现了这座寺庙。瘦和尚爬上山，请求留下来和小和尚一起住。小和尚答应了。可没过多久，两人就为了挑水的事吵了起来。他们谁也不想去，可是没水喝可不行。最后，两个和尚决定一起下山抬水。就这样过了几天，庙门前又来了个胖和尚，他请求能够住在这里。小和尚和瘦和尚同意了，便让胖和尚下山去挑水。可是胖和尚也不愿意去，三个和尚为此大吵了一架。他们就这样一直僵持着，全都坐在庙里，谁也不肯下山去挑水。观音菩萨面前的净水瓶没人添水，花草都枯萎了。老鼠出来偷东西吃，也没人管。半夜，老鼠打翻了油灯，将寺庙烧着了。三个和尚慌忙去水缸里打水救火，可水缸里一点水也没有。大火越烧越旺，寺庙最终被烧成了一堆废墟。三个和尚看着被烧毁的寺庙，一个个后悔不已。Okay, now the story is finished. Let's start the discussion and explanation. First question. What or who is monk? 和尚。A Chinese monk is someone who chooses a life of peace, purpose, and a deep connection with the present moment. The pronunciation of 和尚 monk. First character with the second tone 和 The second character with the neutral tone 5 上 The neutral tone, which represents no strong pitch, only soft pitch and no pitch variation. It sounds like a gentle echo. In Mandarin, neutral tones often appear in the second syllable of common two-syllable words, especially in titles or respectful forms of address. This soft tone makes the word sound more natural and fluid in everyday speech. In fact, this happens with lots of respectful titles, such as 师父 Master 师父 and 太太 Wife 太太 Let's discover some famous monks in Chinese history or in Chinese stories. Jian Zhen, also known by his Japanese name Ganjin, was a Chinese monk who helped to propagate Buddhism in Japan. Jian Zhen attempted to visit Japan 6 times, arriving in the year 753 and founding the temple Gosho Daiji in Nara. When he finally succeeded on his 6th attempt, he had lost his eyesight as a result of an infection acquired during his journey. The Tang monk, also known as Xuanzang, mostly known as a central character in the 16th century novel Journey to the West by Wu Cheng'en. The real Xuanzang made a perilous journey on foot from China to India and back to obtain Buddhist sutras, which is the inspiration of this famous novel. The crazy monk, also called Dao Ji Heshang, is a historical monk who purportedly possessed supernatural powers through Buddhist practice, which he used to help the poor and stand up to injustice. However, he was also known for his wild and eccentric behavior and did not follow Buddhist monastic rules by consuming alcohol and meat. By the time of his death, Dao Ji had become a legend in Chinese culture and a deity in Chinese folk religion. Bu Dai Heshang is a historical Chinese monk who is often identified as future or Maitreya Buddha in Chan Buddhism and Buddhist scripture. His name Bu Dai literally means cloth sack, which refers to the bag he is usually carrying as he wanders aimlessly. His jolly nature, humorous personality, and eccentric lifestyle distinguish him from most Buddhist masters or figures. Chinese monks dedicate their life to spiritual practice, usually within Buddhism or Taoism, two of China's oldest and most influential traditions. They live in temples or monasteries, often in the mountains or countryside, far from the noise of everyday life. Their daily routine is all about discipline, mindfulness, and simplicity. They wake up early, like really early, to meditate, chant scriptures, and reflect in silence. Meals are simple and often vegetarian. Eating is done mindfully as part of their practice. They clean, garden, and take care of temple duties. Because every task, even sweeping the floor, is a form of meditation. And of course, they study ancient texts, practice compassion, and sometimes teach each other about the path of awakening. Some monks also practice martial arts, like the Shaolin monks, blending spiritual training with physical discipline. But not all monks are the same. Some focus more on study, some on meditation, others on community service. Okay, here comes the second discussion point or explanation. What is Heshang in the story busy with or bothering with? If you remember, the first monk, also called Xiao Heshang, is busy with 挑水. In 挑水 means go to a place with clean water, for example a well, and carry water back on the shoulder with a pole. In ancient times in China, as the water supply system was not yet well developed, fetching water became an important household chore for many families. This custom is reflected in historical documents and folk tales very commonly. And when the second monk comes, they go to fetch water together by the action 抬水. The difference between 挑水 and 抬水 is one person is needed to 挑水, but two persons are needed to 抬水, as you can see in the picture. 挑 can also be combined with anything else. For example, 挑水果. 水果 means fruit. 抬 can also be connected with anything else. For example, 抬箱子. 箱子 means box. Pronunciation for 挑水, the first character with tone 1, 挑, 挑. The second character, 水 with tone 3. 水 The pronunciation for 台水 the first character with tone 2. 台 Same, the second character is still 水 with tone 3. So, summary in Chinese. 一个和尚挑水喝，两个和尚抬水喝，三个和尚没水喝。In English, one monk carries water to drink. Two monks also have water to drink. Three monks have no water to drink. Why is it? Why? Three monks together would have no water. I think this is a very philosophical question. Please think about it. Thank you.